Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and today we are looking at the True A6.0 SBP Hockey Stick. So this has been out for about a year, but I wanted to do a review about comparing the XC9 and the A6.0 just to see why True has two mid-kick sticks out, to see if there's differences and if it's actually worth, in my opinion, for them having these two sticks out. So I've used both of them, ready to do a review on. First we'll do the 6.0, then this one will come in a different video, so check out for that if you're interested in it. So we'll put this one aside for now. So the 6.0 was one of True's original lineups. I think the ACF came a little bit after. They had the XC9 and the 6.0 right away, but this one I feel is this stick is their latest stick, and I feel like this one feels more traditional to me in the sense of their hierarchy and just kind of what they've always had. So first of all, I will give props to True in terms and for the grip itself. I love the grip of these sticks. It's like not a matte grip, but it isn't crazy over tacky like some sticks are, and it does feel really nice and kind of smooth all throughout. Every stick is different though. I find this one a little bit more matte feeling than the XC9. This isn't really important, but graphics I kind of just want to talk about because everyone sees a stick and they kind of prefer it or like it. I like what True is doing for their graphics for these sticks. They're very understated. It's very minimalistic. There's not much going on. It's a lot of exposed carbon. I'm a huge fan of that. The blade has their BRT on it. Ignore the ugly tape job. I was in a hurry when I actually taped this and started using it, and the tape it works. It's just ugly. But anyways, so I really like the look of these sticks. It's silver with a little bit of blue on the underside. You see these, you kind of know exactly what they are. So I think True does a really good job with that. The one thing is they're not really flashy. And the other kind of issue is it's hard to tell apart different versions. At least in my opinion, you really have to look close. I'm not too worried about that because I think this looks great and it's kind of their brand. But it is kind of, if it's flashy and everything, people kind of tend to want to buy it more, especially when it's the newest and greatest. I really like this graphic. I love the, you can hopefully see this. There's it actually says True up here in black, so it's really, really subtle next to the carbon fiber. And I love the exposed carbon all the way down to the hosel down here. I'm assuming they don't do it down here because where the shaft joins, you can actually feel like a bump right here where the hosel, like the blade part kind of joins in here. So I'm assuming that's why they don't put the carb exposed down here, so you can't see that kind of the fibers joining each other. Anyways, onto the stick itself. So both of these are a Marner TC2 85 Flex. So this has the BRT blade, and so basically it has bladed ribs throughout it to give it more strength and stiffness throughout. And so it's a much stiffer blade, while the XC9 is a softer blade with a plastic insert to kind of dampen the puck feel. This stick I find plays phenomenally. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm really actually surprised. When I shot these off the ice, I didn't think they were anything too special. Once I started playing with them and using them, I was really, really happy with them. And so I promised this stick to a friend of mine, and I'm kind of disappointed in that because I really, really like it, and it would have been one of my go-to sticks. So with that said, these sticks aren't very light. True doesn't really make a stick that's crazy lightweight like Bauer does and Sherwood does, and now Warrior does. This one I think is about 420 grams. With that said, True is going all about the swing weight, which is how the stick feels in your hand with the balance, and I agree with that philosophy and that idea a lot. I find some companies go too light, and the way to reduce weight a lot is in the blade itself. So I feel a lot of companies, basically they're going too light and it feels like it's just a shaft and you don't really know where the blade is and the balance isn't right. True is kind of focusing on that balance, and I'm a huge fan of that. I'm more about performance than numbers and how things feel rather than just going for the lightest weight possible. I like innovation, but at the same time I feel some companies are kind of doing things just to get a number down so they can have marketing on Instagram and social media and stuff like that. So with that said, the balance of this stick is phenomenal. This is one of the best puck handling sticks I've ever used. I always know where the puck is when it's on the blade. It's very pingy. I love the BRT in this. True does a very good job on their website showing off their tech in terms of the BRT. Like, it has a cutaway of the blade to show where the ribs are and kind of the idea of it. They also have a really awesome 3D view of their different curves, which I'm a huge fan of what they do. You can just look it up on their website and you can see like kind of a face down look of their curve in a 3D way. And True has an awesome website for that, so huge props to them for that. But yeah, I love this curve, or this blade, super pingy. I find the Martyr, which is their TC2, which is basically a P92, P29, plays similar to everything else. I had no problems with this in terms of exhauster passing or normal passing. The one thing I found about this stick is, so I did not like slap shots with this stick, which is kind of weird because it's a mid kick. But the reason being is, so this is rated at 85 flex. I feel like it's a 75. I really feel like this is underrated for its flex for what it is. And I say that because whenever I'd go for long stretch passes, everything came off like a shot. So everything was off the ice when I didn't want it to be. And I could really feel the stick flexing under my hard passes as well as receiving passes. With that said, because of that, I noticed my shots with this were rockets. Now a lot of people always say go to a lower flex than you really think you need so you can shoot harder. I don't disagree with that, but it all depends on your game. And for me, I'm more of I'm a puck moving defenseman. I'm a pass first person. So I'd rather have more control over the passing and receiving passing and everything like that rather than shot power. But this thing, when I was taking like wrist shots and snapshots, I found the puck just flying off of it. And I was surprised at how much it was flying off of it. And that's one of the reasons why I like this stick. Now, like I said, it does to me feel like a 75 compared to an 85. So it contributes to that. If I got another one of these sticks, I'd probably go up to a 95 just so I could control the passing a bit better. But that's also why I didn't really like the slap shots, because the stick wasn't stiff enough for me when I was like leaning into them. Now I'm 6'3" off the ice, and this is just a normal 60. I can really lean into these because they're a little bit shorter than what I really need, but I kind of just bend down and deal with it because I hate extensions. So when I get a stick like this and it kind of plays under, my slap shots are just absolute trash. So that was a problem with me for this stick, but everything else with it was really, really nice. I think that's about sums it all up for the stick. I get durability. I can't really say much about it because I only used it for about 2 or 3 weeks. And that's about 2 or 3 times a week. But again, I promised this to a friend of mine, so I can't just keep using it until it breaks. I did talk to a bunch of people about True sticks, and a bunch of people who use them. They have really heavy shots. They play serious hockey, and they're serious on their sticks. They slash a lot. They get slashed a lot. And I asked them what they thought of them. They all love the stick, but they all said they break too easy. So I think that's a little. I guess it's an anecdotal evidence. So I guess that's a bit of third-person evidence. I don't have that experience myself with this stick, but people I talk to do. I definitely would recommend giving this thing a try. I think this plays 10 flex below what it's actually rated. I think this feels like a 75 to me. So be wary of that. I suggest, if you can, try them out in like a shooting thing first. It's not always an option. I understand that. But yeah, huge fan of the stick. Love the stick handling. Love my shots were great because of the lower flex feel. Balance of it was phenomenal. Puck feel was phenomenal. Big fan of it. Definitely recommend it. Love the pinginess of the blade. So yeah, check this out if you're looking for a mid-kick stick. Like I said, I'm a fan of it. So hopefully this review was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, let me know and leave them below. And also remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Helps me get gear like this so I can do reviews on. More subscribers I get, more followers I get, more companies will be willing to send me demo gear and stuff like that, because I can't afford to buy these all the time. And if you ever do make a purchase because of one of my videos, please reach out to that company and on social media or just through one of their email addresses. This helps me get on their radar. Again, so I can get more stuff to demo and try out like this stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy. Also, look out for the other video for the XC9.